Hi. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. I lost the board.
Oh,
Sitting here
son
staring
of
at
a bitch.
staring at the fucking Discord chat. It was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's cool.
All them
We'll
fuckers
come
calling
back to
me
that.
stupid.
We'll come back to it.
All right. Now I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
And we're
so
live. How about
you're not supposed to do that.
that? That's why I did it. Oh,
What's the
shit.
point of even talking to you throughout the fucking week?
We talked?
Anyway. Okay, so I had something funny, I guess, happen to me at work.
All right.
I don't know if it was funny. Maybe it was. I don't even know if it was interesting. I don't even know if it was worth fucking bringing up. Okay. So I left my office, went around the corner, and went to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm standing there taking a piss.
Uh-huh.
God damn it. So as I'm standing there taking a piss at the urinal, I look over in the toilet, and whoever was there last had taken a shit and left shit streaks all over the toilet.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you know this about me. I'm okay with my shit. I'm grossed out by other people's shit.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, you filthy motherfuckers, man. What, like,
What are they supposed to do? What would
you're one of them filthy motherfuckers, aren't you?
Streaks in the toilet. That means they shit. They shit. They wiped their ass. They got up and left. What would you want someone? What would you want someone to do?
Take your camera and go into your fucking bathroom. I bet there's not shit streaks on the fucking toilet. I hope there's not fucking shit streaks on the toilet.
In a public, so in a bathroom that's
Can I
not at
finish
your
my
house.
fucking story and then we'll get into it?
Yes.
Fuck, you always do this. Like, you're
Oh.
disgusting. You're a disgusting fucking Filipino hooker.
This is all secondary to your story.
Okay, so I'm sitting there pissing. I look over
Uh-huh.
and there's shit streaks everywhere.
Mhm.
It's fucking disgusting. So right when you walk out of the bathroom, there's a conference room and then another bank of offices.
Okay.
Okay, so I started to reach for the door and I'm like, I can't go out there with it. I can't leave it like that.
You
Because
worried
then
somebody will think it was you.
Yeah, somebody's going to see me come out of somebody sitting in the conference room would see me walk
Uh-huh.
out of there and then they'll walk in and be like, oh, that fucking fat, fucking disgusting. See, I told you fat people were disgusting.
As if they need any more proof. Come on.
So I'm sitting there and it was like a angel on one side and a fucking devil on the other shoulder.
Uh-huh.
It's like, just leave it. Nobody will think that. Just leave it. And then the other one's
Clean
it.
up that other person's shit.
clean it, you piece of shit.
Oh my god. Don't you guys have a janitor or something?
What am I supposed to do? Fucking call the janitor over the intercom?
Yes. That would have been amazing. I just left some streaks in the toilet. I need you to come clean this up.
I think that tells you what kind of a person you are, that's your thought, that you would say, this is something that somebody below me should be doing.
No, I think it tells what kind of person you are. You're calling me disgusting, but you're the one who's thinking I should probably clean this other person's shit out of the toilet. But I'm
Fuck you.
disgusting.
So anyway, I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm going back and forth and it's like, yeah, I can't chance somebody thinking that this is mine.
Oh god.
So there was a toilet brush, so I cleaned it, scrubbed the toilet with the
That
toilet
is
brush.
so what a bitch. Some dude made you clean his shit up. What a bitch. I bet he oh my god. I bet he did it on purpose too. I'm gonna make Doug clean this up. Oh god, did you at least do a good job?
Yeah, fucking, I don't do anything half-ass.
Oh, that's fucking why?
I told you why.
So you would rather clean somebody else's shit than risk the chance of somebody think that you did something that you didn't do. You didn't do it.
It's not the point. Guilty by association. If,
Yeah, I walked by that toilet. Guilt by association.
so let's say that I happen to walk out of the bathroom right as you're walking in.
Yeah.
Just by you, let's say you don't know me, just by looking at me.
Yeah.
If I walk out of that bathroom and you see shit streaks on the toilet seat or the toilet bowl, you're gonna think he did that. He
for
poops
sure.
a lot.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna think you gross son of a bitch.
Right.
Yes. I mean, even if I didn't see streaks, I'm gonna think you gross son of a bitch. I don't know. I can't believe you cleaned up somebody else's shit. That's hilarious. And then you're like, I don't know if this is a story. Of course it's a story. You cleaned up somebody else's shit. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people in life that clean up other people. Let that be a lesson to you. Never get so full of yourself that you're not willing to clean up somebody else's shit in the spirit of self-preservation.
Too late. I'm done cleaning up other people's shit. I almost got fired from a job for not cleaning up somebody's shit. I'm sure I told that story on here anyways.
Yeah, that's different. If somebody would have said, Doug, I need you to go in there and clean up that toilet, I would have been, fuck you. Okay.
No. Fuck you. Okay. Why is that different?
What do you mean? Why is it different? If
You did it of your own volition. Why is it different?
I don't even know what that fucking word means, so don't.
You did it on your own. You're like, in your mind, you're like, I'm going to clean this other person's shit. That's worse.
It's not worse. Shit has to be cleaned. The world needs ditch diggers too, Danny.
What'd you call me? I heard you say it. Yeah, I love him. I love imagining Doug on his knees scrubbing some dude's feces.
Fuck you.
Thank you, Mr. Sister Fister. You put it right, took the words right out of my mouth.
I'll have you know I only got down on one fucking knee. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, that's so awesome. Were you bracing yourself against the wall? I want to know how much sweat dripped off your forehead into the toilet.
Yeah, I think that you are, I think you're blowing this way out of proportion.
No. I'm not. You literally cleaned up another person's shit and you don't even know whose it is.
I'd like to pretend that it was some hot chick.
Well, what did it taste like?
Hot chick poop.
Awesome. Oh my God, that's amazing. So is it, you guys don't have segregated bathrooms?
Yeah.
I mean, for men and women.
Oh, no.
As it came out, I was like, oh, wait a second, that ain't right.
I hope you didn't poop in the whites only bathroom. I ain't cleaning up no.
Right.
I ain't cleaning up no Regan poop.
Oh shit. Oh my God. That was great. That was really nice of you to share that story with me. Oh.
I honestly didn't even know if it would be worth talking about.
Why? Why did you not think that would be? Did you think that you could get like come on here and tell that story and I would be like, good for you, Doug. Good for you cleaning up some other man's shit.
that would have been.
Did you pay for his wife's fucking diamond ring too? Fuck.
You let him fuck your wife after you cleaned your poop?
You should put a sign up and ask whose shit it was, just to try to find out.
I don't know if that's. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the answer to that.
Why? That would make the story way funnier, especially if he's like really, really fat guy.
So I know that's not the case.
Because there are none.
I'm the one.
I'm the one. Oh God. Yeah, I would have cleaned it up too. You're already starting like 3 steps behind. You don't need any more. You don't even need more negative press.
Yeah, there's nobody there. Like I couldn't rob the place.
Mm.
You know, like if they seen my silhouette, there would be no question.
Wow.
whose silhouette it was.
Really?
Oh, there's one. Okay, me and one woman would have the same silhouette.
That sucks. So maybe it was her. So I always hated those public bathrooms that, like, when you open the public bathroom door, it opens to, like, you know, an auditorium of people staring at you. Like the auditorium faces the bathroom door. It always seems so weird.
Hey, what do you think? So you're talking about, I've talked about my destructive past. I don't remember if it was on here, the official podcast. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But I've told stories about when I used to break shit when I was drunk.
Sure. Yeah. I think you've told that on here.
Why do you think that is? Why? Like when I would get drunk, I would dismantle bathrooms, like in strip clubs and shit.
Are you trying to, like, get into your psyche? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There's like because I thought it was cool. I would rip the fucking the dividers or partitions,
mhm.
rip them off the wall and stack them like I would.
And stack them.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't leave it a mess
for the next guy. So if I didn't know you and you told me that story, what I would guess is that you grew up rich in a poor neighborhood. Like, or not even rich. You grew up well off in a poor neighborhood, like better than the people around you. And you felt guilty about it. You harbored guilt that maybe you don't even realize that you had for having more than the people around you.
And it manifested itself by me destroying somebody else's property?
Yes, property. Yeah, I don't think that it you didn't put together like this is somebody else's, like destroying things because you had all these things because your family was a little bit more well off than everybody around you had nothing. So in your mind, it was like these things were bad. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I think that's what makes sense to me.
I don't believe that to be true. I think it's just more like I was an asshole who was depressed.
No, mine sounds way cooler.
So I know that I had like really bad anger issues, like looking for fights and shit. And that I've always just associated it with that I was immature and
why would that manifest into like breaking other people's stuff? Like you said, I mean, you're angry. What?
Having anger issues?
No. Yeah. If you're angry and you always want to fight somebody, how does that manifest into, I'm going to, neatly take this bathroom apart and stack the pieces up in the corner.
Well, it wasn't always neat. I mean,
it wasn't always neat.
There's one time that stands out in particular. It was a strip club across the river from you where I tore the bathroom sink off the wall.
Jesus. So wouldn't they know? I mean, did you like
that one they did? Yeah, they helped me out.
They helped you out.
Well, I'm not ready to leave yet. God damn it!
I gotta take down them partitions for you. Got a work order to take down these partitions. Yeah, I mean, I think I've said this every time you talk about these stuff. We couldn't have grown up more different. Yeah, I can't even wrap my head around the idea of going out into a public place and making a scene where everybody looks at me by like fighting somebody. Fuck, man. I don't even like to go in public places in the first place. I sure shit don't want anybody to look at me when I'm out there. But also, I didn't really drink that much. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah. All right.
So how long, I mean, if you don't even mind mentioning it or whatever, how long have you not drank? How long has that been?
I think a couple years. I don't have a date.
Ah, okay. I didn't know if you went through the 47 steps or whatever, set the date and made amends to all your people that you pissed on or whatever you did.
That's something that we could do.
Make amends?
Yeah, whatever the steps are for AA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck they are, but whatever the steps are, I could just go through them like on the show as content. That way we don't have to look up stories.
Sounds good to me. Step number 1 is try to avoid doing stories. AA is going good.
How many steps are there?
I think there's 12, right? That's what they call it.
I don't know.
12-step program. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Can I count them towards my daily step count?
Yep. Every day you get an extra 12 steps.
All right. I'm going to look these up.
One of the steps is like you have to admit that God made you an alcoholic and you're
No, I think you have to admit something about a greater power or something.
yeah, we call that God.
You do, I don't.
Sorry, Allah. I don't.
You're telling me that you believe that a greater power only means God. I know that you don't mean that. You don't believe that because we've talked about it.
When people
on this
say
very show,
like this, we've only been talking for 15. Holy shit, we've been talking for 15 minutes. So when people say a greater power, they mean that's what it means. It's like a euphemism or something.
Like, so now you're going to tell me what everybody else means when they say something.
Everyone, all the time.
Okay, do you believe in God?
No, not really.
Do you believe in a higher power?
No, I mean maybe something. I guess.
See, you fucker, you just did it.
Well, yeah, but it's different when I do it.
But everybody else, I'm talking
But
about.
everybody else. But so you don't automatically assume when somebody says a higher power, you don't think God? That's where your mind goes. That's where my mind goes.
I don't. Just because your mind goes there, mine goes to more horsepower.
What? The fuck does that have to do with anything? Higher power? Oh, horsepower. Got it. That took a second to put that together.
More voltage.
Oh my God.
Okay, 12 steps. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. That's step 1. So admitting we're powerless over alcohol.
Okay. Did you ever admit that?
Oh, I don't know.
Da, da.
Hey, where'd that fucking super chat go?
I don't know. It disappeared. You Generation said Kevin Taylor, Ulysses,
Hold on a
and
second. Fuck.
Da da
There.
da do da 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 do da da do da.
Go ahead.
She thinks it's funny. Kevin Taylor.
God damn it.
Awesome. Kevin Taylor, Ulysses, and I are starting a podcast called Who's Official. Sweet.
That was worth it.
I'd listen to that. It's official. I'll listen. So, did you admit that you're powerless over alcohol?
Yes. Well, no. I admitted that I enjoyed alcohol to the point. What?
So you're still on step 1. As far you said no.
What,
I didn't.
what was that?
What was what?
You didn't hear anything?
No.
I thought Dave was fucking with it, man. I had some robotic voice in my fucking head.
I didn't hear. I was like, all of a sudden, you just stopped. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It said, I swear to God, it said something about omega sex balls.
Awesome.
I'm like, fuck, man. Now Dave's fucking with us?
oh shit.
Da 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 do da.
You gotta stop it early. Zelda Ho 97. Doug should fall. Go ahead.
I just got it again. Somebody's putting voices in my fucking head. It said, join the Who's Right Patreon.
You're literally going crazy in real time.
Motherfucker. Where's this coming from?
Doug should fall back into full-blown alcoholism to see what great new things it could bring to the show. I agree with that.
Anthony, what the fuck is going on?
I literally hear nothing. I'm not fucking around. Are they talking?
Not now, no. It just said something about the Who's Right Patreon.
Maybe they should go there. Is this a big elaborate prank to get people to go to our Patreon?
Yeah. Okay. You don't hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Somebody just said, fuck Doug in the pussy.
Fuck Doug, right?
Where the fuck Oh, I bet I know what this is.
All right. You gonna figure it out on your end, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to have to leave Discord.
Oh, I didn't know you were even in Discord.
Well, I was in the chat, but
Okay.
all right. It for some reason it was saying out loud everything that people were typing in the chat. A little bit distracting.
No, that's cool. Let's just see how much we can blast in each of our ears that has nothing to do with the show and see if we can carry on a conversation. I mean, I can't even carry on a conversation normally, so.
All right. So this new method of how we're recording is going well.
So far, so good.
It's funny. So Dave's back there, he's behind the scenes running the super chats and shit. That way we can not focus on the chats.
Yep.
And my first instinct when that voice started was, Dave, that motherfucker.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
We admitted
So-
we were powerless over alcohol, that our
Yep.
lives have become unmanageable. Yeah. So when I drank, I could not stop. Like, I couldn't just stop at a bar for a beer. I had to stop for all the beer.
I think all of the beers. So,
So I was only powerless over alcohol when I had alcohol in me. I could, if I hadn't had any yet and somebody offered me one, I could say, no, I've got to drive.
so you weren't like, it wasn't like you'd wake up or it'd be a certain time and you're like, okay, it's time to start drinking now. It wasn't like that. It was just when you drank it.
Yeah, it was. but that was later. That was later. I was talking about a different point in my life.
Oh, all right. What's step number 2? Let's see where you're at on that.
Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Okay, so maybe I'm twisting this too much. I would take that to believe that
If you say God, I want to punch you in your fucking face.
God is
What a dick. I knew that's where you're going.
came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. So couldn't I say that is sobriety is the power greater than me?
That's gay, but yeah, if you want, whatever.
Wow.
Like sobriety is the power that's greater than you. That's stupid.
No,
It's God. It's always God.
sobriety is the power that can restore me to sanity.
Can it though?
No.
So you're not even God, you're like 0 for 2.
Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. I wonder what they mean by that.
Does it really say that?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. I don't know what that means.
I bet they mean a higher power.
Yeah, they probably mean a higher power.
After number 3, I don't know that this is worth going any farther forward.
Where's the one where you make amends to me?
Made direct amends, number 9.
Okay, cool.
Made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except to make amends to them all.
What?
No, I jumped.
All right. Start out slow here.
Number 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Number 9, made direct amends to such people whenever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. How can you make amends to somebody and injure them at the same time?
It hurt my feelings. I really liked it when you were an asshole when you were drunk, and if you apologize for it, it hurts my feelings. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admit it. This is fucking stupid. No,
So
no
does that
wonder
mean,
nobody
like-
ever makes it through this.
Yeah, this is dumb. So take personal inventory. Does that mean like, yep, got my wallet, got my keys, got my phone, ready to go?
Has anybody
This
seen
is
my
easy.
pocket knife?
Yeah, it's fucking 12 steps is easy.
I got one shoe anyway. It don't even matter. Like every morning when I woke up hungover from a really bad drunk, I would take personal inventory.
And then as soon as it got to be nighttime again, you're like, I don't need that inventory. Just start it all over again.
No, it's like, has anybody seen my truck? No. All right. That's doesn't mean that I had everything that I had the night before, but I still had to take an inventory.
You had to find out if there was a kid stuck to your front bumper.
Where'd all my money go?
How often did you go to strip clubs?
Oh, when I was younger, quite a bit. But
I think I've
So-
only been to a strip club like 3 times in my life.
so I had a real good friend of mine. I was between jobs,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted to go to the strip clubs constantly.
Okay.
So he would, and we would go to them, bring your own beer,
Sure.
you know?
Yep.
So the deal was I would go with him, but he had to give me $20 in singles and an 18 pack.
Jesus Christ. What a good friend.
I mean, it was to the point to like, it wasn't even fun to go anymore. I was just going because that was where alcohol was.
Oh God. So that was something that I a little off topic, I suppose. I never understood why the laws here, like you can't have a strip club where they take off all their clothes and serve alcohol. Why do you think? Why did they make that law? Like you can drink if you bring your own alcohol, but if they sell alcohol, they can only take their top off.
Yeah, so that one that I was talking about was a full nude.
Full nude. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
you got to bring your own alcohol. That's the only way it's full.
It
nude.
was bring your own beer, but you could go to a bouncer and say, I ran out of beer, I need to buy a 12-pack.
Uh-huh.
And they would take you through a door, and there was like 6 inches from, I'm sorry, 6 feet between one building and another building,
God.
which was the liquor store. And you walk in that liquor store, and it was a room no bigger than what I'm in now with a
Hey.
cooler.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow. So that's basically just a way to get from that through that loophole. Does that law even make any sense though?
No, but none of the laws do. Like, I think in that same town you can't buy alcohol on Sunday before noon. That's fucking retarded.
And it's retarded. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. All right.
right,
Do you feel better now? Do you feel stepped, 12 stepped? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I'm good. Like, I just gave myself some chips. Isn't that what we do?
Yeah. Yep. Going to AA, I'll bring the chips. Oh man.
All right. Cleaning up someone else's poop at work with a toilet brush, check.
Check and check.
Uh,
How old were you the first time you had alcohol? First time you drank? I mean, for
Like-
real, not like, took a sip of your dad's beer or
Oh.
whatever. You know what I mean?
16-ish, maybe.
Really?
15, 16, 17. I went from when I was in high school, early high school, I was one of those like, no, man, I get high on life. I'm not going to do any.
That is so. Why is that so douchey? I don't understand. There's like things that are like universal douche, and that's one of them. I get high on life.
And then out of high school, so towards the end of, I think maybe my junior, senior year
Mhm.
is when I discovered the fun of alcohol.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably, like, if you're asking the first time I got drunk, that was
Yeah.
probably around there. And like, you've never been to any parties, so you don't, I mean that, like,
No. I mean, you're right. I'm not that guy, man.
but I was the guy at the party that, like, was fun to be around at the first half,
Hmm.
and then you just wanted him to leave as quick as fucking possible.
But you wouldn't leave.
I was also the guy that would storm out mad and say, I'm walking home, regardless of where I was at.
6 feet of snow, 47 miles from my house. I'm fucking walking home.
Just and just fucking arguing with people for no fucking reason. Crying, a lot of crying.
God, that sounds like so much fun. It sounds like I missed out on a lot.
I was at a buddy of mine high school graduation party, and it was they had a keg,
Mhm.
and we were out playing volleyball and all that bullshit. And like it never changed as I got older. When I would drink, I couldn't drink in moderation. It was, oh, I got a beer. I got to see how fast I can
I
drink
gotta
this.
slam this motherfucker.
And then I was drinking out of a keg, so that just never stopped, right? So I got really, really fucking drunk. And I can remember, I remember it still being light out, and my car was parked out with all the other cars in a field in front of his house, on the other side of the road from his house.
Yeah.
And I can remember being on my hands and knees at the back end of my car crying because my parents didn't love me.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
And then I started punching my taillights. I broke out all my taillights in my car
Jesus.
and started chewing them.
What the fuck? Just for the nutrients, you know. What the fuck? Wow. Oh, Ollie Blazin. Anthony seems like the person who licks his fingers before he turns the page in a book. Who doesn't? I mean, come on. Sipping my warm cup of tea, adjust my glasses a little bit, turn the page. I never drank any alcohol through the whole time I was in high school. I don't think I drank anything until I was in my early 20s, 22, 23, something like that. It wasn't something that I was even remotely interested in. It didn't seem like fun. Like
I was the same way with Coke. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I was never going to do Coke because I that's fine. I'll just drink my beer. I like this shit.
Whoa.
This stuff smells good.
Yeah, I don't know what stopped me or what. I mean, every single person I hung around with, they drank a lot and they smoked a lot of pot, but I just never got into it. I've still never even smoked pot. Just not that interested in it.
Oh,
I'm not sure why.
I don't remember if I talked to you about this or not. I was at a party, I was at a party, and we ended up going to a bar. I'm stopping myself because I'm wanting to tell you the name of the bar, so you better understand.
Uh-huh.
We went to a shitty bar,
Mhm.
and it was notorious for fights and shit.
Okay.
So this may be the second time in my life I had ever had a marijuana cigarette to my mouth.
Okay.
And it was quarter bottles.
Mhm.
I can remember being in there just high as a fucking kite and drunk. And somebody, let's say there was 40 people between me and this guy had no idea I existed. I'm sitting there staring at him like, you want some of this, you motherfucker?
Jesus Christ.
I was with a guy named Jason. I'm like, Jason, yeah. That guy just said he wants to fucking fight.
That guy way over there on the other side of the bar. I barely heard you say that to me, and I'm standing right next to you. Jesus.
That's how a lot of the times that I've gotten thrown out of places, that's how the conversation starts.
Ew.
That guy said he wants to fight.
So, in all honesty, are you surprised that you didn't end up in jail for like a long time? For maybe like because assault is pretty serious. If they press charges and you actually hurt somebody, you can go to jail for a long time for assault, right?
No, I mean,
No, I mean,
I'm not surprised. A lot of the times when I would fight somebody, it was like back alley shit. It's not like it was
okay. It wasn't like you snuck up and punched him in the back of the head.
okay. Most of the time that
So I suppose if it's like mutual, like the guy wants to fight you, you want to fight him, nobody's really going to press charges. I mean, that's just kind of how it worked. But like I said, I never was in. It's so foreign to me. I tried to avoid fighting as much as possible.
we've talked about it enough this time, but I have a really good story about when I knocked somebody out in a bar and then took off running from the cops. Like that, it could be an entire episode. I would like to get the guy that was there with me. I'd like to get him on the show and you can just sit and listen to us talk about that story.
All right. That'd be fun, actually. Would he come on, you think?
Yeah, but I don't think he ever slowed down, so I don't know how good his memory is.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, I'll tell a different story about that same guy.
All right.
So there was a place across the river from where you're at, and it was a dance club, a sports bar, and an outdoor band. They had an outdoor band pavilion.
Sure. I think I know what you're talking about.
All right. That was the same place where I got hired and fired as a bouncer.
Awesome.
Okay. So we pulled into the parking lot, and right as we pulled up, a car full of black guys pulled up next to us.
Uh-huh.
And my buddy looks over and says, something, Edward, something.
Oh, God.
And I looked at him. I'm like, Jason, what the fuck? And of course, it was like a long Cadillac, but all the doors open.
Like a clown car.
And then he's like, come on, we got to go. Meaning we're time to fight.
We're going to fight these guys just because you pulled up next to the wrong guys.
No. We didn't pull up next to the wrong guys. My buddy ran his fucking mouth.
I know. That's him saying you guys pulled up next to the wrong guys.
So all the doors open, and I had that mentality that it didn't matter whose fault it was. It was my buddy, and I had his back. Fuck you.
That's terrible.
Yeah, probably, but whatever. I don't think I'm any different. But anyway, I got out. I know I swung on one of them, whatever. Long story short, I started getting my head bashed against the trunk of the car. And I had my hands in place, and I was trying to stop it. And I can still remember in my head, I was thinking, these motherfuckers are strong, because like, I just couldn't stop it. So I break away from him, and I turn around and cock back, and I'm getting ready to hit the guy. And when I cock back and turn around, there's a fucking cop standing there. So it was a cop, a bouncer, and one of the black guys all bashing my head against the trunk of the fucking car.
Was the cop in the car with the guys?
No. So as I pulled back, the cop said, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, Jason, we got to fucking go. The bouncer says, don't come back. It'll be trespassing if you come back, troublemaker, blah, blah, whatever. So we get in the car. We may or may not have been drunk already.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in the car and pull out of their driveway, go down maybe half a block into their second entrance, pull back into the parking lot, and start walking up. It's still daylight. And start walking up to their bar again, like we're going to walk right in. Like just don't pay no attention.
Like they didn't notice.
That motherfucker speared me like Goldberg.
Oh, shit. That's amazing. So something like that didn't give you like, yeah, I probably should just stop. This isn't, I'm just so curious. Like, what was the point? Like, you're like, all right, done. You know what I mean?
That's just what happens when you drink. Like that's, I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So what was the point? You're like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
I don't know.
Nothing. All right. Well, you let me know when you figure that out.
So what I do know is that I would say probably 80% of the problems that I had drinking were because of me. Like at the time, I couldn't figure out why. There was one bar in particular that I'd go in. Every time that I would go in, I would get into a fight, guaranteed. And it wasn't me looking for a fight in my mind.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, I'm going to tell you the story two different ways.
Okay.
The first view is from that night.
Uh-huh.
The second view is now, 20 years later, looking back, realizing what's going on.
Sure.
Okay. So this is the way I would have told you the story the night after it happened.
Okay.
So we were up at Buc-ee's, and me and Mike were sitting there playing darts, and this motherfucker would not stop fucking with me. And he kept coming up and fucking nudging me and pushing me and running his shoulder into me. Just being a complete fucking prick. So I turned around and punched him. And then the bartender jumped over the bar, and then me and the bartender got into it, and we ended up getting thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
That's one version of it. Looking back, the reality of the story is I was playing darts with Mike at Buc-ee's, and a guy walked up and put his arm around me and said, "How you doing tonight, big guy?" Which was the same thing to me as saying, "I'm going to fuck your mother in front of you."
So it was just another drunk guy just doing drunk guy things.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy? Being happy, and you're like...
So he put his arm on me. He said, "How you doing, big guy?" And I shrugged my shoulders so his hand would fall off, and I said, "Don't fucking touch me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, man, I don't want no trouble." And he put his arm on me again, so I punched him.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
And then the bartender jumped over, and then I got thrown out.
That is insane. I can't even. Oh, fuck, man. So where do you figure this temper, anger problem came from? I mean, when did that shit start? Because I mean, even honestly, anybody that knows you knows that you still kind of have that sort of streak. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think it has to do with something in my childhood. I assume it's because my dad wouldn't pick me up on the weekends,
or through the week.
So that's another thing. I have this story in my head that my dad would constantly pick up my brother and not me on his weekends to pick up the kids.
But that
Okay.
can't be true, right?
I think it might have happened twice in my childhood. And I was probably had chicken pox or something. But in my head, I can remember standing at the door looking out like, why don't you love me, Daddy?
Oh my God.
I know there's a bunch of that shit inside there.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
when I start, like, especially if I'm drinking at a bar,
Mhm.
it's fine if there's a bunch of people around and I'm having a good time. I can drink and have fun. And
Yeah,
there's a 50-50 chance the night will not end with me being bloody.
sure.
Okay. But if I'm sitting in a bar and it's quiet and there's like country music playing,
Uh-huh.
like you can, I guarantee you either somebody getting punched or I'm getting punched. Somebody's getting punched. And when I talk like that, I don't mean that I'm a great fighter and I'm going to knock some motherfuckers out. I just mean that I'm going to punch something.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Because I'll sit there like, you know, it's like the first beer is, hey, yeah, thanks. Everything's good. And then by the end of it, I'm just dumping shit down the front of me because I
Don't even know where your fucking mouth hole is
fucking
anymore.
dad don't, my fucking dad don't love me. He won't fucking pick, he doesn't want to fucking see me. And my fucking brother shot me with a pellet gun.
God, wallowing in your problems is awesome. You would think, I've always wondered why I never kind of gravitated towards drugs and alcohol. I mean, obviously, you know, my mom left before I was fucking 5 years old. So it's like, you would think that I would have went that direction. I'm not sure what it was that kind of steered me away from it. Usually when I tell a story like that or mention something like that, everybody's like, it's because you're a pussy. You didn't want to do drugs because you're a pussy.
I've done pot enough times. I've done the pot enough times to know that it's not something that I'm interested in doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I want to do it again. Like
Why?
well, because the last time I smoked pot, I got like super smart. I just don't remember anything that I thought about.
I think that's how it works. I've seen enough movies to know that's how it works.
Well, but this time I'd write it down.
Would you just have a pen and paper ready? Right.
Yeah.
Got my school supplies.
I don't know if you ever watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but there's a guy named Fitz. I'm like Fitz on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nope. Oh my God. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. One thing to another. I still can't understand how you watch that. Why you watch that show? I don't get it. We had this conversation already, but I still can't quite understand it.
I don't understand what there is to understand about it. It's a show. It's a show.
So will you just watch anything?
You've never seen it, so you can't judge it. It's no
mean,
different than anything else.
You don't get to tell me what I can and can't do because I am. I'm doing it. I'm judging the show and you at the same time.
You want to do a story or what?
Sure, why not?
Okay, did you see the shit out of Florida? The Florida governor to allow armed locals to shoot looters and rioters targeting businesses in stand your ground expansion?
No, I didn't, but that's awesome.
That is not awesome. I was
Why?
hoping you were going to, because I wanted to argue with you.
Why is that not awesome? How is that not awesome?
Why do you think it's okay to take somebody's life for possessions?
Okay, here. All right. It should only be legal if there's like a certain amount of people watching so that everybody knows don't fuck with my shit. Right? Or if there's a camera rolling, then we're good. The more you need to teach these dumb fuckers a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to die. Somebody's got to die.
Bye.
Your move. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
Why do you think that it's okay to shoot somebody over possessions?
Then,
Why-
then
why-
if do you think that you should be able to own things that you buy?
What?
We're going all the way back to the beginning. If you buy something, is it yours? Do you own it?
Yes.
If somebody wants it, are you entitled? They should just be able to take it, or no?
Depends.
Depends on what.
How are they trying to get it?
With their hands. Well, I don't understand what you mean.
No, like, are they trying to buy it off me off Craigslist?
No. Take. They're trying to take it from you. We think the same way. You just draw a line somewhere, yeah, go ahead and take my shit. Sorry, I don't want to hurt you. No, I want to hurt you if you
No,
want to
I'm
take
not
my
talking
shit.
about my shit. I'm talking about looters in stores.
I got to read the headline again. Hold on. Is that what it says? Florida governor to allow armed locals to shoot looters and rioters targeting businesses in stand. Oh, yeah, I'm still okay with that. If it's your business, if it's like a Target, I got to think this.
No,
If-
that's
if it-
fine. That's fine. If I own a business
Yeah.
and I'm inside or standing outside trying to protect it, and they start, I guess if three or more black people they
In a
stand in
group?
front of my business.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I've told you this before, but there's a tactic you can use in bar fights. Like if you're getting ready to punch somebody, like if somebody's pissed you off and you're getting ready to punch them, you just scream, "Why the fuck did you hit me?" And then you punch them, and then the people in the bar will say, "That guy hit
That
Doug."
guy he hit him first, so yeah. So it's self-defense. Okay.
So you could use that same thing here. Like if you're at a store and you see a black guy walk by, you say, "Stop looting," and then shoot him.
Stop looting! They're looting! Oh shit! So, I think I'm with you. If it's like Target, Walmart, whatever you want to call it, whatever one of those stores, then the only way I'm okay with it is if Mr. Target, like the CEO, comes down with a gun to protect his stuff. But if it's just like a regular worker, it's not even his shit. Right? That's all I'm thinking.
Okay, so you can shoot looters if you're the CEO of a business.
Yes, not the CFO, just the CEO. CEO and armed guard. That's your new title. So, I think this law is good. I think every place should have this
Oh,
law.
hold on. This is even better.
All right.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has moved to expand the state's stand your ground law and give armed citizens the green light to shoot and potentially kill anyone they suspect of looting businesses.
You don't even have to do it. Just suspect. I suspected he was looting. I had to shoot him. This isn't even a store. He was just walking down the street. I suspected him of looting. Where do you think he got those shoes? Those look really nice. So if there was an actual fear of repercussions for people's actions, we'd see a lot less looting. Right now, that these people know that they can do whatever they want and nobody's going to do anything about it. So I'm okay with this. I think you can solve the problem by just not looting. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it might go a little far to say that anybody that they suspect of looting, that's kind of fucked up.
What about this? The law also includes acts that would make protesting, which disrupts the public by blocking traffic, a third-degree felony.
What the fuck? I'm pretty sure that's unconstitutional. I think that's like literally one of the foundations of our society is that we have the right to protest. Like they don't have that in other countries.
But it says, which disrupts the public by blocking traffic. So if you protesting on the interstate, it's a felony. And
I don't know.
the legislation would also grant immunity to drivers who unintentionally kill or injure protesters who were blocking traffic.
Oh, I'm going to move to Florida. This sounds
So,
great.
so you see somebody crossing the street and you're like, stop protesting.
He's protesting. Mow him down. It was an accident, I swear. Just trying to get to work. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. It's if this isn't the answer, then what's the answer? If you're against all of this, I'm not sure if I am or not. What's the
Okay.
answer then?
Are you for or against death as a punishment for theft?
Against.
Okay, so then you have to be against this.
No, I don't.
All right. I didn't look at it that way.
You're making two. It's like a false equivalence. Ask the question again.
It is a very true comparison.
True comparison, not false equivalence. So, I'm against the state, the government, killing anybody for any reason. I don't think they should have the death penalty. But at the same time, I feel like I should be able to defend myself and my property. It's two different things.
Okay, so I'm not talking about somebody doing a home invasion at your house.
Mhm.
I'm talking about you driving by
Mhm.
and seeing somebody breaking into a Payless shoe store.
Yeah. I don't think somebody should be able to shoot somebody that's breaking into a Payless shoe store. No.
Okay, what about a Louis Vuitton store?
No. I'm telling you, the only way that I'm okay with it is if it's your business and you are defending your business.
Okay, so
you have to let people do that.
let's say Governor Anthony rolls that law out.
Yes.
Okay, so then you are saying that Walmart, Target, all those businesses, you can loot them because the owner obviously isn't there. So feel free to loot them. You won't get shot.
Basically, I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to say it like that, but that's the way it has to be, I guess, because
It's a stupid fucking thought. Like
What is?
what you're saying. How often do you think that the owner of a business is there? I mean, even a fucking hair salon, it's not like the owner is there all the time. So you can loot a hair salon as long as you see the owner leave for lunch.
who the fuck's gonna loot a hair salon? So I
Gotta
don't
get them
understand-
weaves, son.
I'm not understanding what the solution is. Then just let people steal things. You said nobody should die for property or whatever is what you're saying, right? So we just, as a society, we've decided, well, they stole things for so long, we just have to let them now. What's the answer?
A 4th degree felony.
What?
I don't know.
We're adding more degrees to the felonies is all. If there's no repercussions for
Okay,
something that you do, then you're just going to do it.
While I agree with you,
Mhm.
I don't think the repercussion should be death.
Okay.
In this kind, I don't think that you should be able to tell, especially in fucking Florida, because they're fucking retarded. I mean, if you think about the people that we've interacted with from Florida, we know, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I was going to take that in a completely different route. But, hold on.
Da 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 do da 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 do da da do da.
That's what I do when I lose my train of thought.
Helps to get back on track.
Yeah, so I'm for the death penalty. Next
Wait.
story.
So no way. I'm still trying to figure out where you stand on this. So should people not be allowed to protect their stuff that they own?
Yes, I've already said that. You should be able to protect the stuff at
But-
your house.
But not your business.
Okay, so from now on,
Mhm.
whoever's breaking into your house has to tell you what they're there for. If they're just there to steal, then you can't shoot them.
Oh,
If they're there to rape and pillage, then you can shoot them.
I'm gonna have an affidavit, like a piece of paper at my door, hanging next to the door when they break in. I need you to fill this out,
Just real quick.
just real quick. Come on, just sign here, initial here. So I tend to agree with you. You shouldn't kill people for stuff. I get it. I totally understand that sentiment. But what's the answer then? There's no answer because
Defund the police. If you defunded the police, they'd quit breaking into shit.
oh shit. Yeah, okay. I'm with you. I think we should start a refund the police campaign. I don't even know what that means. It just
I was
sounds
gonna say,
cool.
what does that look like?
I don't know. We're gonna refund the police.
I think
I think
robotic cops is the answer.
You think so?
Yes, because they would have no prejudice.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't be accused of racism.
Uh-huh. I don't know. They can accuse everybody of racism all the time. They've already said that AI is racist.
Yeah, no, it's not racist. It's based on statistics.
Statistics are racist. I saw something. Fuck it. I meant to put it on the fucking board. I just saw it yesterday or this morning or whatever. In Seattle, no, Portland. In Portland, they're trying to defund the police. There's like one lady on the city council who's really pushing for it. Just last week, she called 911 on her Lyft driver or Uber driver or whatever because he wouldn't roll the window up. She wants to defund the police, and there's a 911 recording of her talking about calling the Lyft driver doesn't want to roll up the window or whatever. You fucking dumb bitch.
Have you ever had to call the cops for anything?
Never 911. We heard a huge explosion and went over, and there was like a transformer that blew up. We called the non-emergency line.
You just reminded me of a story when my daughter was really young. We were sitting in the living room and heard a big explosion.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "What was that?" I said, "I think a transformer blew up." And she went, "Those are real?"
Those are real. That's so awesome.
All right.
All right. That was the whole question. Have you ever had to call the police? I've never.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the kind of neighbor that minds my own business unless somebody's, I don't know. I mean, like.
No, like even like a car wreck and shit. You've never been the first one on the scene of a wreck?
I watched a wreck happen like 4 cars in front of us, but like it was like the accident happened and the police showed up before we even went through the light. It was fucking crazy. It happened so fast. So, I mean, that was the only one that I've ever seen.
Did I tell you that story? I wish I could remember what stories I told you on here. When I rear-ended that old lady. I think I
know. Maybe. I don't remember it, but.
Some other time.
Okay. Oh, shit.
All right. You want to do our new patrons?
Sure.
All right. Are we using real music or Taylor music?
If you got to use the Taylor music, you need to turn it down a little bit. It's so distracting. Every time she laughs, it makes me laugh.
All right. I'll figure out how to get to here. Get
all
this. Right.
Here. And here. I love it. All right. Thought Patrol. What does thought stand for?
That hoe over there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was wondering what it meant, but I didn't know that. Thank you, Thought Patrol. Looking for them hoes. We appreciate it.
Hollis.
Hollis.
You're the man. When that one came in, I thought of Run DMC.
Hollis. Why?
Because they're from Hollis, Queens.
Is that like a special part of Queens?
I think it's one of the 7 boroughs or something.
No, the 7 dwarfs. They're dwarfs. What are you talking about?
I don't even know how many boroughs there are. Isn't there like 4 or something?
I don't even know what a borough is.
What is New York? What the fuck is a York?
Christian. Thank you very much, Christian. We appreciate it.
Oh,
hold on. Before you start, I have to tell you and everybody else that our private investigator was a little under the weather this week. So if these are bad, we might need to fire him.
all right.
Just to set you up, you know.
Divine Emperor of the Welding Memes edited his pledge. He pledged to go annually, so he paid us one lump sum and got like a 10% savings or something.
Right, 10% savings. That's right.
So you too can
get 10% off.
Get 10% off your Patreon subscription at patreon.com/who's right. And remember,
there's no promo codes or anything. Don't worry about that. You know.
Remember, you can't search for it on the Patreon app because some cocksucker told on us.
Such bullshit.
Oh, I guess I got to read this. All right. D is a door-to-door toilet paper salesman. His biggest selling product is the slightly used, re-rolled, eco-friendly, handmade bundle. He is also president of the Summer Snowball Fighting League for Men.
Right. There wasn't a whole lot of information to go on with this one, I guess.
Admiral Agron? Am I reading that right?
Agron. That's how I read it.
Thank you, Mr. Admiral, for signing up for our
Mr. Admiral.
annual Patreon, where you can go and get patreon.com/who's right and an annual membership. Remember, you can't search because somebody fucking told us. Agron works for a super secret government agency doing super secret work. Is he an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Maybe. Super secret.
He mainly works on the creation of super soldiers and in his spare time, air fresheners. He is heading up a multi-billion-dollar project to make fresh-smelling killing machines.
Good job. Hey, I don't think we've ever got to the end of the music, have we? I've never noticed that before.
This is my third time playing this fucking song. Can we go?
Oh God. Let's see. Big Krusty just added their pledge from $5 to $6. Thank you, Big Krusty.
The White Devil went. I've heard a lot about that guy.
Me too.
He
This
went.
guy.
He was gracious enough to go from $1 to $5. Thank you, Mr. Devil. You the man.
Matthew, thank you very much, Matthew. We appreciate it.
Luca. Thank you.
And another Matthew. You guys are gonna have to fight it out. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Who's the official Matthew of the Who's Right podcast?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to fight it out amongst yourselves, cage match style.
Cameron. Thank you, Cameron.
And last but not least, Dylan. Thank you, Dylan.
Didn't he have the same name as one of them that we already, the same last name? Well, maybe
I
not.
don't know. I don't see one.
All right. Well,
All right. Yeah. Thanks.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, for helping out.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.